Are you planning on a new tile project and installing it yourself and are a little confused and get lost in the worlds of grout? Well, you're in luck. In this video, we're gonna tackle what grout is and probably cover some insider tips to help you save some time, maybe save a mistake and some money. So watch the rest of this video to figure out what grout information you need to know before tackling this product. And just go ahead and click the like button and subscribe button while you're at it. Grout is a crucial component to any tile installation. And basically, it just fills in the joints between your tiles. This material helps with movement and also can add an aesthetic effect to your tile. However, choosing the right grout can be a little more difficult to explain. So let's ease your mind with some important grout information. How do you choose your grout? Well, there's a couple of different things that you want to think about when choosing grout. Where are you using it? Is it in a kitchen, bathroom? Is it a backsplash? Is it on the side of a building? Is it in a pool? The tile material and color is important when choosing a grout. Your budget and your timeline need to be considered. And I'm not an interior decorator by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a contractor. I can't match my clothes. Just ask my wife. But if you ask me what grout color to choose, I'm gonna say, what is the predominant color of your tile? That's the color I would choose. I like to be safe. The reason I choose that is because as an installer, that is easier to install, and as a beginner, that's gonna help you. Why, you ask? A grout color that blends into your tile hides the inconsistencies of the tile and the installation. Your tiles may look square, but they're not. No tile is square. No tile is perfect. So therefore, when you have a grout color that blends, it kind of everything fades together and it looks amazing. Now, if you want to be daring and you're a designer at heart and you want your grout to stand out, that's okay. Just know, when you have a contrasting grout color, then you see the imperfections in the tile, the substrate. A trick to help you with this, sometimes if you've got a tile, you may want to widen the joint out. That hides those inconsistencies with a contrasting grout color. It looks amazing when done right. If you're a beginner, I suggest you stick with a complementary grout color that you add to your system. There are different types of grout. Let's start with the basic three. You got your sanded, non-sanded or unsanded, chemical-based grout like an epoxy or a urethane grout. Historically, sanded grout was used on the floor for grout joints that were 1/8 of an inch or larger. Non-sanded grout was used on the walls for 1/8 of an inch or smaller. Epoxy grouts are a chemical resin which it makes a plastic in the joint. They are stain resistant and color consistent, but they're a little more expensive and a little more complicated to install. But let me tell you, over the last few years, there's been a lot of progress in grout technology. And your high performance cement-based grouts are my favorite. They can go in a joint that's 1/16 of an inch all the way up to 1/2 an inch. And they have some stain resistant quality. They're not as stain resistant as an epoxy, but they come close. And when these came on the market, they cut my complaints by 90%. When do you want to choose an epoxy or a urethane-based grout? A commercial kitchen, shower. When you choose an upgraded grout, a high-performance grout, and even an epoxy or urethane, expect a little bit more in labor. They are a little bit more difficult to install. They take a little bit more effort. It's not that much, and in my opinion, it's cheap insurance and worth the extra nickels. No matter what grout you get, follow the printed instructions. Even if you've grouted before, read them, because sometimes they change. Measure your water. Remember, follow the directions. If you're getting value from this, please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you like it. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. It doesn't cost you any money. Now, maintenance.
Clean your floors, people.
Maintenance is the biggest complaint that I get. We often get calls about my grout has changed color, not holding up. You're not following the appropriate procedures in cleaning your system. On the very basic level, sweep and mop regularly. When you have to do a deeper clean, use a tile and grout specific cleaner. Don't use a metal brush. Use a plastic brush or scrub pads. Don't use 1 bucket of mop water for 1,000 square feet of tile. When you can't see the bottom of the bucket, change it. I'm gonna leave my favorite maintenance products down in the descriptions. Can I grout over the existing grout? The grout has been contaminated and can't get clean, or maybe you just finished your install and you really thought you'd like the lipstick red grout, but now you've decided. In theory, it seems like possibly, but no, it is not recommended. For grout to do what it's supposed to do, it needs to have a complete bond to the edge of the tile. And if it doesn't, this newly smeared on grout is gonna crack and flake off, and you're not gonna be happy, and you're gonna end up doing it again. Take out the old grout and re-grout it. You're gonna get the best long-lasting installation from redoing it. Another thing, if you try to grout over the existing grout, you've got a cushion edge tile, it can make your grout line go from like 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch just because that grout is spread out and fat. I mean, not you, but the grout joint. You know what I'm saying. We talked about maintenance, and the next step is sealing your grout and tile. And watch right here. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will answer them. I will also leave in the description or in the pinned comment my favorite grouts and my favorite cleaners for you to take a look at. And if you're buying tile, look no farther than tilebar.com. We have the best tile on the market, the best setting materials on the market, and we will ship it direct to your door. Don't forget, let's keep learning together and tile the world.